This is Anderson Penn's podcast, episode 139 for Tuesday, January 27th, 2015. This is Brian.
This is Lisa.
This is the Anderson Penn's Radio Network.
If you can ink it up, we're going to talk about it. Unless it's a rollerball, and then Brian won't talk about it.
Well, you know, I look decidedly yellow. Do I not feel well? What's going on with the lights?
Generally, you're not jaundiced this late in life.
I think I got one light that may start smoking in the middle of the podcast here.
Jesus. All right, fire. We haven't had a good fire in a long time. Usually, it's when we had issues before. It involved a heat gun and a putty knife and some stain. So I'd like to keep it that way. Thank you.
Fire.
That was pretty good. And you know, Brian tries to be tricky, and he says, "Okay, we're going to start," because as soon as he says it, I start to talk. And so he did that, and I waited, and it didn't say live, and it didn't say live, and it still said off air, and I'm like, and just as he clicked go live, I was about to ask about it. So I'm just going to be quiet now.
It kills you, doesn't it?
To be quiet, it does. I think my mother said I was born talking or something. So.
Okay. Actually, you're commenting about the rollerball. So funny thing today in the store. What was that? We were putting
rollerball and a ballpoint. Walk into the store.
Rollerball and a ballpoint. Walk into the store.
Yep.
One says the other, "Hey." That's a bad joke in there somewhere. We were putting together pens for tonight.
Yes.
And Dave's over in the front, and he's doing his own thing. He's
working on front displays,
which he does an awesome job of. And you're at the counter doing something, and I'm looking at pens, and so we're like, well, we put a bunch of stuff up this week, and I just can't remember. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I put a bunch of ballpoints up. I said, we don't want those. And then, like within a split second, what did you say?
I said, Dave, get the sign.
And within like Dave, get the sign. Boom.
He reached over into the drawer. He knew exactly where it was, and he pulled out the sign that Hugh had made for us. It's a picture. It's photoshopped of Brian sitting in, was it Philly or Baltimore?
DC? Baltimore, maybe. Yeah.
It's either Philly or Baltimore show a couple years ago, and he's, I guess, got his hand out or something, and Hugh magically made it look like a license
Wisconsin
plate.
State license plate
That says BPH8TER, ballpoint hater. And Dave whipped out this little printout, and he held it up. Now, Brian thought that was magical. The funny part was that Dave and I were talking about it just the other day, and or Dave was cleaning out one of the drawers, and he found it, and he held it up, and we were joking about it. So that's why he knew exactly where it was. But it was pretty funny.
You guys always teaming up on me after 4 o'clock my time. So.
Now, I think we've talked about this before. Dave walks a very fine line. All day,
you better.
He's with me, and we get along great. And Dave is phenomenal. But Dave and Brian have known each other a long time. And so the joke is that at 4 o'clock, he no longer agrees with me, and he agrees with Brian. And he does a really good job of occasionally he'll still agree with me after 4 o'clock, but most of the time he doesn't. And so we'll all kind of joke about, all right, what time is it? All right, Dave, what do you think? And well, I got to go with Brian on this or whatever. But
yeah, after 25 years, you'd think he'd at least give me that hour and a half from 4 to 5:30, but not always.
He usually does.
He usually does. Yeah, so.
Yeah. But
anyway.
I think I scare him. He's got to deal with me all day. So you come in for coffee, and then you leave and abandon him. So
poor guy.
No, we love Dave.
So today we had a visitor in the store, and if you were lucky enough to be in the store during this time, some people did actually get to meet the gentleman. Our Montblanc rep was in town.
Yep. He came up to see us, and that was pretty cool.
And we got to see the new stuff coming out this year for Montblanc.
Yeah, some of it's really cool. I think I want one.
Well, I got to give them credit, man. I mean, they've got this stuff planned out spring and fall. I mean, some of the stuff is September.
Yeah, we can order things today that are not coming out until September, which means we won't get it till October.
October, November, maybe we'll have them in time for the Columbus show.
Maybe.
But
but some cool stuff, some new ink and some
it's tough
really
because,
pretty pens.
Yeah, because the images he has, or the only images he has are in his spreadsheet. New writer's edition, new duets are killer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we ordering?
One for you, one for me, one for the store. Yep.
Yeah, right. Do they make them in the Legrand size? If they do, I'm totally in trouble.
I want one.
Is the duet come in Legrand or is it only Classique? Do you know?
I saw the color and I just drooled.
You don't care.
I don't care. But it comes in a smaller size. That's all I know. That's all I need.
Yeah, it's blue with a dark blue with like a chased barrel with was it a sterling? Is it the geometric cap?
It's the geometric cap.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that might be too much going on. I don't know. We'll see.
No.
Anyway, so it was fun. He was there for a while, and we're gonna see the new stuff. Lisa says there's new ink coming out this year.
Yes.
Of course, for the writer series, and then there's another limited and
another. There are at least 3 colors that are new, and there are still a couple other colors that we have not received yet. So we sent him we sent our rep home with some pretty strict instructions. Don't come back till I get my ink. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, in fact, when I gave my business card, we're like, "Well, is your business card
send the ink?"
Send the ink, and I handed it back to him. He's like, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for fountain pens."
Yeah, he's great. Knows his stuff, chatty. He's funny. In fact, he got there before the store opened, and apparently had not had enough coffee. So he went down in the plaza to one of the food places, and the Green Gecko in our plaza makes a really awesome caprese salad. And when he came back, he said, "Hey, the girl at Gecko says she's got your salad for you." So I love our plaza. I go to get my smoothie in the morning, and they just kind of see me in line. They go, "You want the usual?" Like, "Yes, please." And Jeannie at the Gecko makes my caprese salad. We walk by, and the guys at the hair salon and the eyeglass place always wave, and it's just a friendly little place.
So anyway, that was fun, right?
Sorry.
Anything else? No, that's fine. Anything else significant that we can talk about? There's something we can't talk about because we don't know if it's going to happen, but
that would be cool.
It would be cool. It would be like maybe the coolest thing of 2015.
Well, it's really early for some of the things from Montblanc. I mean, he didn't even have prices.
No, so he didn't know if they were in euros or if they were in dollars or.
Yeah. But it was really cool to be able to see this stuff so early, and some of this stuff looks really cool. I never thought I'd say that.
It looks cool. In fact, there's a completely new line coming out. A new pen, and I forget what the name of it is. It's so new. We couldn't even really see the picture very well, but it looks interesting. So anyway,
and a new color in the cruise.
And a new color in the cruise coming up, burgundy. So.
Yes.
Or Bordeaux. I'm sorry, I keep calling it burgundy. It's not. It's Bordeaux.
I think we need to really work hard to get Montblanc to bring back the Bordeaux Classique.
Bordeaux Classique, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it. I think if they made a dark blue 149 with platinum trim.
Now, you would buy it.
I would buy it, yeah, but of course they're not doing a 149 in platinum trim in black. So I can't believe they would ever do a Meisterstück in a dark blue, but
well, you never know.
I don't know. I mean, time will tell, right? I mean, they got to come up with something for the 100th anniversary in 25 years, right? Or 10 years.
10 years.
Meisterstück, yeah. So anyway, always fun, always very expensive when he comes.
It is. It is.
Yep.
And I think he got a ticket.
He did. He says, "Yeah, well, now that I got my ticket, I can leave." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, as long as you get your ticket, now you can stay all day. That gives you
Yeah.
to right to park all day."
Yeah.
But no, almost sold him a pen too.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. So, anyway, that was.
That was the morning, and then I had to leave to run to an appointment, and he stayed a little longer, and then the usual afternoon stuff. Bunch of packages came in, and all sorts of fun stuff.
Pack and ship.
Pack and ship. So we've gotten several pieces of mail that we should perhaps talk about.
Oh, I have one. Do I have one here? I have to look. I do have one here. I have one downstairs that's ridiculous.
It's so cool. Yeah.
Ridiculous by ridiculous I mean amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now to be fair, I think we've gotten a couple pieces now that were National Handwriting Day was on the 23rd.
Yes.
And IncoWrimo this time next week will have started.
Yes. So some people are sending mail for the National Handwriting Day, and some people have gotten a jump start on IncoWrimo. So I should start that. I know.
Let's see,
I think I should just spend Sunday and just write letters and then just send them out.
I said this last year, but I'm going to do it again. So I'm just going to show this one. This one doesn't have an address on it; it just has mine. But I mean, look at this. I mean, that's crazy. It's just so much crazier, nice than my handwriting. But it's beautiful. Nice little dove on the top there, and yeah, nice, really nice. Yeah, this was an early IncoWrimo. This was shipped on the 16th. Yeah, we got that, and I got another one last week, which sort of rolls into what I was thinking about talking about this week is goals, right? So we've been talking about goals here at the house.
Mm-hmm. Goals for the company.
Goals for the company. Goals for the annual New Year's resolutions, so to speak. Our son Garrett is trying to do some goals. We're working with him on that. I have a personal goal that I'm starting to work on. That I'm actually doing it. So my goal for 2015 is to have better handwriting, and I'm inspired by a couple of things. Number one, this kind of stuff. I mean, that's nice. And of course, our good friend Hugh, who just sits there and writes letters.
We get so many compliments and so many comments on the one of the pieces of Hugh's handwriting that we have taped to the back of the point-of-sale machine monitor, and everybody looks at it. Anyone who comments says, "Oh my God, did you do this?" We're like, "Oh no."
There's some people are even like, "Is this real? Did someone actually write this?" Like, yes, of course. The pen store.
It's
I'm
a little
inspired by
thank you
that.
note.
Yeah. Thank
I'm
you
intimidated.
for shopping in. Well, you got to start somewhere, right? And I've been looking at a couple books, and we have people every week that come and ask about calligraphy classes and the such. But my handwriting is just it's not bad. It's just not
beautiful.
Great. I print. I would like to have better cursive. So
mine's really scrawly.
Is that? I don't think I've ever seen you. Oh, actually, I have. Yeah. But
I write to-do lists and notes all the time. I'm going to start giving you a handwritten to-do list every day, and then you'll see.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure I'm going to see it.
Yes, you are. Starting tonight, dear Brian, sleep in the guest room.
You're right. I normally print, which I think I'm just going to skip right over that.
Yeah.
I normally print, and I think a lot of people do because cursive is just it's kind of gone almost the way of the dinosaur these days. But I've started the last couple of days, and this has been inspired by a particular pen we're going to talk about in a minute here.
I
Um,
know, I'm so excited.
I know. It's been a faithful companion for the last 2 days. Um, I've been writing my lists at work in cursive. So, and I think I haven't decided yet quite. There's so many books out there, and we have a number of them at the store. So, and a couple of these we bought, a couple of years ago from
A couple
Michael
years
Sloan.
ago from Michael.
And so the obvious one is the American Cursive Handwriting Self-Study Workbook and Curriculum by Michael Saul. But you look at this, and this is like, it's like what, 2 inches thick, an inch and a half thick?
Well, you don't have to read the whole thing in one night. You
I
take
know,
it
but
page by page.
it's intimidating, right? So he also has this other book, which sounds like it's going down the wrong path, but as I looked at it, I thought, maybe. So, Learning to Write Spencerian Script by Michael and Deborah Saul. It's a small little book, and what's interesting is, the thought is you have to, if you don't have good cursive, you probably can't. You're probably not going to have. You got to start there before you can start Spencerian. But this book seems to start easy and work its way. So, like, here's the A page and the B page and all this stuff. The same forms we learned when we were in school. So I might try that. And anything, I think anything to get started in the right direction is a good thing.
I just pulled a book off of my shelf that I'm not sure. I'm not sure why we bought.
Uh-oh.
It's called Modern Calligraphy and Hand Lettering. But
Okay.
yeah, this is not for beginners, and it's also for brush pens and flourishing techniques. Yeah, this is not for the beginner, and it involves like tools. That's too advanced.
Tools? No, I want to be able to use the. I don't want to use a screwdriver and dip it in ink. Although that might be a good way to get a nice italic or something. But I'd like to be able to use the pens that we have. I don't want to have to use a special pen for it. The other book that I meant to pick up today is that Ziller book. Ziller makes a small book. It's actually about half the size of this small Saul book called Business Writing.
Yes, that's a good one.
That looks like a good just basic cursive. I mean, I want to get the cursive into a better form, and then I read this note to you here, and I'll see if I can find it. There was an interesting quote in the Saul book here about shading, and of course, shading is all the rage these days, right? Let's see, where is it? Okay, here it is. Anyone can make a shade, but to know exactly where the shade should lie within the letter is one of the tricks that separates the hobbyist from the skilled penman.
I'm not even at hobbyist level. I'd like to work up to hobbyist.
Yeah, I know, right?
I do wish I could go back to Glebe Street School to handwriting class. They would bring us all down to the library so that they could have one teacher and several classes. And I remember sitting in the library practicing my cursive with everybody else at the library tables. I wish I had paid better attention.
Yeah, right. We've got some good suggestions in the chat here. Getty Dubé system, and I think you mentioned it earlier.
That. Yep, we've looked into that.
Stephanie says a calligraphy Bible by Marianne Grebenstein. Did I pronounce it correctly? So maybe a couple other resources.
And we're looking into a couple more for the store, but yeah, it's time.
Yeah, I think because it's frustrating not having. We own a pen store, and our writing is just not as fabulous as it should be. So.
And there are so many pens that can make your handwriting that can work with your handwriting to look even more beautiful once you know how to use them. That's a good segue, isn't it?
Is that a segue?
It's a segue.
Of course, now I don't know why this lighting. I've got one of my bulbs is out, but take a look at this. this pretty little thing here.
See, you get the prettiest color. That's like a teal green color.
It's a teal. Yeah, it's a teal green.
It's pretty.
It's faceted. It's a demonstrator. It's a piston filler. It has a 14-karat nib. What am I describing?
Orange.
I'm not so crazy about the orange.
You know, I'm into orange right now. I'm hooked on my Sailor Apricot ink, which has been discontinued, and my Dolce Vita, and I've got, what else do I have? I've always liked orange ink. How about the purple one? The purple's very pretty.
I like the purple. Okay, so now everybody's wondering what the heck we're talking about. This is the Omas Alba.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice pen.
It's a good size. I thought it would be bigger. Yeah, so yes, Steph, I'm sorry. We got the Alba. And here's the thing. We only got them in the flexible
nibs. Yeah.
Actually, they're flexible. I just like to say extra flexible.
She likes to say extra flexible. She does it all day long. It's just...
Brian's pen is to die for. Now, you guys know I don't do flex. I don't slow down. Brian makes a beautiful S, as in like flexible.
Yeah, I have a great J now, too. I'm working on the J.
But, you know, and Brian has this really sad habit of... it's a very sad habit. Whenever he works on a pen, he brings it to me, and he says, try this pen, and he's all excited because it now writes like it should. And I have a habit of turning my pen as I write, so they don't always work for me like they do for him. And yeah, I write with it, and I'm like, yeah, it's all right. And he just kind of slumps away like, oh man, I just spent an hour on this thing. I tried his flexible nib. It's lovely. It's really nice.
You do have to write slower with it. I
do. And it's just not in my nature. I think I was born kicking and screaming or something.
Your mom's in
the chat. And I've caused no end of drama since. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's beautiful.
It forces me to slow down. And I like it. I like it a lot. It posts well, solidly. Piston mechanism, of course, is great. It's a little bit. It's a hair long posted, but it's just nice. It has a nice amount of room here between the faceted barrel and the nib, where you can, depending on where you grab it, it's got a lot of room there, so it's comfortable. Nice detailing, of course, the trim bands and the cap, and then of course the roller clip. But
I like that it's not. It is not as big in girth as I thought it would be. And Mom says, "Duh, yes." I apparently came out kicking and screaming and stubborn. And
no, anyway.
I've never stopped. Anyway, these are a nice size. I don't like a big pen, and it's a good size. I like that it's faceted. The step from the facets down to the smooth section is really pretty tiny.
Well, it's actually kind of far back. I mean, unless you,
it is.
I don't know anybody that. I mean, I've seen all sorts of hand grips, but that's pretty far back.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of people who hold the pen that far back. Most of them are further up toward the end of the section. But no, it's nice. I've been using it both posted, unposted.
Yeah, Hugh, you can do magic with this. It's just, if I could get some flex and liked it, those of you who like flex are just gonna drool. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I put the Anderson, the AP Green Bay ink in it, which was as close as I could get to this teal. It's just, you can't even see it on the screen. It's just
that's the prettiest color.
But I like that Green Bay, and it goes well. Nice combination. So.
purple's beautiful. The orange, it's not too orange. I like it.
Yeah.
I might need one. Although I just put ink in a pen this week.
You did put ink in a pen this week.
I did. I inked up that falcon.
You did, finally.
Cool. And that's got some flex to it. Oh my God, 2015 could be the year of the flex.
Oh, gee.
Which is different than the year of the goat.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. This is not a pen by Cross we're talking about.
No.
So that metal falcon's nice, and that's the what color is that? The
sapphire blue.
It's a real pretty color. It's actually about the color of my shirt.
Oh.
Hold it up there. Hang on.
No, I don't think
Hold
so.
it up again.
You can't.
That's a nice looking pen. It's actually not as heavy as I thought they would be.
Yeah. Steph, here's your purple. It's pretty. It's very pretty.
Yeah, the purple's nice. It's very grapey.
Like grape jelly.
Yeah, kind of, but not quite. It's still got more grape to it than grape. Grape jelly is kind of like a blue, a dark
not
blue.
Welch's. Welch's grape jelly is pretty purple.
Well, it's not that purple though.
It's pretty purple.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, anyway. So yes.
Beautiful body.
Yeah.
What could you ask for?
We've got a few of them. The pen comes in something ridiculous, like 9 different nib sizes, and I said, you know what? This pen, I only want it in the flexible nibs. Now I can get the other nibs, but they're limited edition. 327 of each color?
Something like that. Yes,
something
I believe
like
so.
That.
The little Greek key on the band.
I can't even remember. There's extra fine, medium, broad, stub, the 2 flexible options, and then 2 more. I don't know. There's just.
You want the flex.
It's nice. And if you don't, then we could certainly get you another one. But
yep.
we got the flexible nibs. So anyway, So you got the Falcon. You're working with that. I saw you doing that today. You're doing a couple of curlicues on the piece of paper.
You got to start somewhere. No, you won't.
Yeah. Why not? Let you write with the Omas. So anyway, Orgivas, we've got them, and nice price on them too. Actually.
Yeah, $3.95.
Anyway, what else we got? We're gonna move on to what's on the.
We've got the Jewelrias on sale.
Sorry, dropping pens over here. I was so excited.
No, the Jewelria is some of the colors are being discontinued, and they are coming out with a couple new ones. So we're trying to make some room for the new colors coming in. So we've got them on sale. With the old
and with the new sometimes.
Exactly. I like them. They're a good size for me. They're a thinner pen.
Right.
But nice steel nib, good size. Eddie G's wife has one. Does she have the rollerball?
She got a Catalina.
I think they bought one for Sammy though, because it matched her purse in DC.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
But anyway, yeah, those are on sale. Cheap.
We
a couple bucks over our cost. So.
Yeah, we had a good time in Philly with both our Kenro reps. We love Deneen and Ryan. We love them to death.
Yep.
So it was always awesome to see them, and we stocked up on some Schaefers that are being discontinued, and we got the Omas, which are nice, and they're just such awesome people. And we also got to spend some time with Ross and Kenny from Jaffa, and I've known Kenny for 15, pushing 20 years, and they're just so much fun, and they've got just all these binders and binders of pens, and so we walk away with a ton of stuff. In fact, they have to ship us boxes. We buy so much.
Yeah, I distinctly remember before going to the show. Yeah, we're not going to buy much this time.
No, we're not. No, we're willpower, and it never happens.
Was this like the largest buying show we've had in a year?
No, LA was more.
LA, yeah. Okay.
LA will be more. But one of the things that we did pick up, we got a new tool, in red. Now we've had the red ballpoint. Now we have the red fountain. So those are cool. So same as the yellow and the black and the silver. And they also, you're either going to love it or hate it, they also have orange and black.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's my old high school color.
These were my junior high colors. Knox Junior High was orange and black.
Black. The Tigers, or I think we were the Tigers. Marshall Tigers. Yeah, that's what it was.
Knox.
Yeah, so those are fun. Fountain and ballpoint.
Yep. But those are a great gift. I keep one in my purse. You never know when you're going to need. Close your ears. A ballpoint.
We have the special. Was it the 35th anniversary of Yakima?
We do. Ross brought us some special ones. And then
the dang things come in handy too. I mean,
they
really.
do.
Because they have that small screwdriver, and I've used that.
I love those. These are great for glasses or tiny little things that you might need to fix.
I use it on. We had this huge Visconti, so we got this Visconti case, and it is designed to be used with 2 side towers and then this one in the middle, and then there's this big, huge, heavy sign. That sign must weigh 35, 40 pounds.
Yeah, it's big and heavy.
It's big. It's I don't know, 4
3 by
feet
3
wide.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's huge. Big. It's huge. And it's supposed to be bracketed in between these 2 towers. Well, we got 1 tower and we got the middle piece, so obviously we can't hang it up. And it's got the big Visconti. It's got the arc cliff, and I think it's a Homo sapiens, and so you can see the bands on the cap, and it's really cool. But I thought maybe we would just hang it up in the stores, but it had these metal brackets on it, and I didn't know I didn't have a screwdriver small enough. I'm like, well, duh. So we actually used the tool pen to take the brackets off. So.
Mm-hmm. And when we first got one of our tables for the store from the Habitat for Humanity Restore, one leg was just a hair higher, and we used the level to level it out.
Yeah, we put some wearers underneath it, and then it's.
There you go. There you go.
So, anyway, we got that, and lastly, right, on the site this week. The new Conklin Durograph, which is just a kind of an inexpensive, fun little pen. It comes in 3 different flavors. There's a cracked ice, which is kind of cool. I really like these. These are very, very attractive. Green marble.
Forest green.
Is it called forest green? And then the last one is the last one's an amber, which is roughly the same color as my screen right about now. Actually, this one here looks very close to the Edison Collier. Antique marble.
It does. It does.
It's got this cool marbling. Cool. Very inexpensive pens.
It's a good value.
Fine medium stub nibs. They have that threaded converter that I love. They have a cool section. It's got an hourglass shape, so you can hold it. It's very comfortable. So those are in, and kind of excited about those new Conklin Durgraphs.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
We also
decent length too.
Yep. We also picked up a couple other pens that I'll get up on the site in the next day or two that are really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody else has them out yet.
Nope. I don't think so.
All right. I'll get them up tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be good.
Do we want to show them?
Do we have them?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you do have them. We do have them.
I do.
Yeah, why not? Show them.
All right. I'll have these up tomorrow. I might even get them up tonight. We'll see. I could really use them.
Let's shoot for tomorrow.
All right. These are the brand new Virtuosa.
By Delta.
By Delta.
These are so new, there's like nothing about them anywhere. They come in a light ivory, a dark ivory, and the blue is the killer color.
I believe it's called Sea Blue. It's very pretty. And then the ivory.
That's nice. The ivory's
yep,
nice.
It's got very pretty marbling. I really like the dark horn. I like the coloring in that.
Yeah, Yeah. Reminds me of the light and the dark. Remind me of the Delta Italianas.
Yes.
Polished finish.
Yes. Not a matte. So there it is. Very, very pretty. So we were excited to be able to pick those up. Yeah, everybody's liking my blue.
Yeah, and it's blue with like white swirls in it. It kind of looks, yeah, I think sky blue, right? Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
nice,
kind of a
nice
sailor.
flip.
Tim's saying in the chat that it is kind of a sailor design.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And the brown horn and the ivory do look similar to the Italiano, but
except they're not rough. They're polished.
They're not matte. They are polished.
Yep.
They are smooth.
And actually, the Italiano did have a very limited run of polished versions, but they determined that the matte was more popular.
So we'll get those up tomorrow. Look for those. These are pretty.
Yeah.
May have to have a tester. All right.
You're so cute.
I am.
You got a falcon.
I know. I need more. So.
Steel nib on these. Really nice nib. It is not. It's not the lower end steel nibs that they're using in the Unicas, which aren't bad, but these are better quality nibs. Essentially, it is kind of. I guess it is the same nib that's in the Italiano. It's just not plated. There is an option for a fusion nib, but I don't think that price to value ratio is right. So we went with the steel nibs on it.
Yes.
Because the fusion nib was like $130, $140 more. I mean, it was almost double the price of the pen. So
they're pretty.
Yeah, they are pretty. Yep. So.
All right. Well, you're on call. We should move this along.
All right. Shout outs.
Yes. I have a big shout out to Eric. Thank you for the favor. Eric did me a favor.
Okay.
And a big shout out to Nathan. Our helper Steph can't join us in LA this year, so I know, this is crazy. So we had to go with what was that? Wow. So we went with an alternate, who I am sure will do a phenomenal job. But Steph, just know we will miss you.
We will.
So. Thank you so much to Nathan, who is stepping in. I hope he knows what he's doing himself. He says he's handled crowds before, and he's been to our table in LA, so I hope he knows what he's getting himself in for.
He's going to do great.
Yep. And then a big, huge hug and shout out to everybody who has sent us mail in the last week between National Handwriting Day and the early adopters. Early. Like, thank you for reminding me it was coming up, early adopters.
Thank you for reminding me to go to the post office and get stamps 2 weeks in advance.
Yep. So, and a big shout out to Hugh and Carol. Glad things are better.
I don't know. I'm just hitting buttons. No, glad to hear everything is better.
Yep.
All right. What else we got? Anything? Is that it for this week? What is next week?
It.
Is next week the week before the LA show?
Oh my God! Yeah, 2 weeks from now we will be on the road. Totally freaking me out.
Los Angeles 2015, baby.
Oh my God! All right, so here's the deal: no stopping in Beaver, Utah.
No. We get gas like an hour before that.
Yeah, crazy place, that Beaver, Utah. Just weird. And so we're going to leave, 2 weeks from now, we'll be on the road.
Awesome.
Now, if you are going to the LA Pen Show, and we'll say this again next week, if there's something you want us to deliver, order it online, choose in-store pickup so that you don't get charged shipping, and then just put a note that says, please deliver to me at LA.
Yep.
Paul.
we'll start our pile. I always have a big box in there. So.
Yeah.
All right. There it is. We're gonna keep it. Well, I guess it's not too short. It's good for you. I think that's it for this week, and I guess we're done.
Yeah. Use your pens.
Right to us at Anderson Pens, 10 East College Avenue, Suite 112A, Appleton, Wisconsin, 54911.
Catch us online. You can send us an email.
Brian at AndersonPens.com.
Or Lisa at AndersonPens.com. And you can check us out on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, tons of other social media as Anderson Pens.
Blog at AndersonPens.com.
And if you go to the blog, you should check out the virtual tour. That's just really cool. And the website is AndersonPens.com.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at a comment in the chat. Join the mailing list. Check out the blog for updates and podcasts as well. Thanks for listening to the podcast. We will see you next week. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks a lot.